The Raiders are getting ready for their first preseason game of the year tomorrow.
That's right. Also, the first game under new head coach Josh McDaniels. Fox 5 Sports Director Kevin Bollinger traveling with the team. He joins us live from Canton, Ohio, with more on why this game has special meaning for McDaniels. Kevin.
Well, John, usually NFL preseason games don't have a whole lot of significance, but this one does have a little bit of meaning for Josh McDaniels. As you said, it's his first as head coach of the Raiders, but it's also in his hometown. Take a look behind me, the board for the Hall of Fame with a special message for McDaniels as the team came and toured the hall here just about an hour ago. Canton is where he grew up, and the stadium where that game is going to be played in tomorrow has significant meaning for McDaniels, both personally and professionally.
It's a really cool place to grow up. It was a great place to be a young boy that loved football, and what a blessing that I have an opportunity to come back there and do it. You know, never would have dreamed that this would have happened.
Josh McDaniels is seeing his football and life journey come full circle. Canton, Ohio may be known for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but for McDaniels, it's home. Just a stone's throw away from this iconic building is a football stadium where Josh McDaniels grew up. First going to high school games as a kid, then playing for Canton McKinley High in this stadium.
I played all my games in this stadium, and it was never lost on me that this is a special place. They have helmets on the double yellow lines, when you're driving down the road. You pass the Hall of Fame every day you go to school and high school. You're playing right there and you can see it over the stands.
McDaniels' head coach in high school turned him into what he is today because he wasn't just coach, he was dad. Tom McDaniels, a legendary coach in Ohio who won a state and national title at Canton McKinley, now will see the roles reversed and watch his son coach in this stadium for the first time.
It'll be really an experience, and surreal is probably a good word for it. Thinking that, he was coaching me and correcting me and calling plays for me, many, many years ago, and my brother then played after myself, and my family has spent a lot of nights there, over many, many years.
McDaniels wants to make sure he shares his hometown with the Raiders. By taking them to the Hall of Fame, he's giving them a piece of his history and the history of the sport that they all love.
There's a lot of them that have never been there, and they're in this fraternity, and it's a special place, and I've been through it. I can't tell you how many times, and each time I go through it, I see something different or new, or they've added to it, and there's such an element of history and tradition, and you just get excited because it's such an important part of our game.
Back here live, and we talked about how close the stadium is to the Hall of Fame. Here's a look at the stadium, and you can literally throw a football from inside the stadium and hit the Hall of Fame building. McDaniels expected to have more than 100 friends and family at the game tomorrow night, but he won't be alone. General Manager Dave Ziegler grew up about 30 minutes north of here in Talmadge. He'll have a lot of friends and family here as well. Ironically, the two never met until they went to college at John Carroll University, but now you have two key pieces in the Raiders organization together with the Las Vegas Raiders, but this area of Northeast Ohio will always be home. We're live in Canton, Ohio. Kevin Bollinger, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.
And Kevin, obviously you just talked about how many people are going to be there watching the game in person, but a lot of eyes nationally on this game, even though it's preseason.
Yeah, that's right. And a lot of the starters are not expected to play in this game, but in terms of Raider Nation, there are still a lot of competition going on at different positions. And so we're going to start to see those evolve with these preseason games. And we talk about winning. The Raiders always think that this game is important to win. They're 3-0 in their 3 appearances in the Hall of Fame game. You're going to get their best effort tomorrow night to try and start the Josh McDaniels era off with a W, especially in this preseason game in his hometown.
So, because it is in Canton, do we expect any, well-known Raider alumni to make the trip out there for the game?
Absolutely, because we have 2 Raiders that are going into the Hall of Fame on Saturday. The late, great Cliff Branch is being inducted on Saturday. Owner Mark Davis is actually doing his introductory speech. And so also Richard Seymour, who had some time with the Raiders, is being inducted. They are expecting more than 100 Raider alumni to make it to Canton for this weekend for the game and the induction ceremony. It is going to be silver and black central here all throughout the week.
And as someone who grew up in the Midwest, Kevin, I can tell you your backdrop is very Midwesty. I can almost hear the cicadas.
And, you know, we're waiting for the thunderstorms to roll in to drive the humidity up even higher.
Of course. Well, we got a little our way, coming our way as well. Kevin, thanks.
Thank you.